So yes, a bit more risk. Yes, I understand that. And it's a stronger offer and sellers are looking at that. Hey, it's Kevin Amolsch, Pine Financial Group, where we work together so you succeed. Hey, you found us here on YouTube. You found us here on Facebook. Please hit like, hit subscribe. We would also love to interact with you, so leave some comments below. I want to talk to you today about something I think is really important, and it's how to get sellers to say yes to your offer. I know it's a challenging time to be buying real estate right now, especially as a real estate investor who needs to get a quality price to make money. So how do you come in at a lower offer, or how do you get the sellers to say yes to your offers? And what I'm specifically talking about here is offers you're making through another real estate agent. So maybe there's a couple real estate agents involved. So this is the stuff that you're going to find on the MLS, or you might set up some searches in Zillow or Redfin or something like that as well. So the number one way to get sellers to say yes to your offers is to write in the offer an escalation clause. This is when you're going to offer an amount, let's say it's $150,000, but you're willing to pay $165,000. So you might say, hey, my offer is $150,000, but I'll go all the way to $165,000, and I'll do that by going $500 over your next best offer until we get to $165,000. At that point, I'm out. So it's a really kind of a creative way to write an offer that many people don't use or don't maybe understand so well. But the offer is $150,000, and then I'll keep raising my offer automatically, escalate the offer by $500 over the next best offer up to a cap of say $165,000. So you could use any type of numbers that you want. Maybe it's $1,000 over the next offer, and starting point and ending point, whatever you feel is best for your offer. But again, the first way to help get deals is to write in an escalation clause. The second one is obvious, but I've got to mention it. Limit your contingencies. A contingency is when you write in a way for you to get out of the agreement and save your earnest money. So it's absolutely essential to have contingencies or contingent clauses inside your agreement. But I would really try to limit it to just one. And that would be, in my opinion, the inspection clause. So you definitely want to have an inspection. And if you find something that you don't like or makes you a little bit nervous, you have the right to ask for corrections or get out of the contract and get your earnest money back. Another fantastic one is a loan clause. So if you don't have the loan deadline, if you don't have the loan in place at a, competitive interest rate by a certain date, then you're able to get out of the agreement and get your earnest money back. So you could use that one. That one's pretty common and gives you more time. A lot of times you won't see the loan deadline until, really close to the closing date. So that's a good way to keep your earnest money safe all the way up until then, but it's not as strong. The stronger offer is one contingency and use the inspection clause. Okay, the third way is appraisal gap coverage, or appraisal gap with no appraisal contingency. So what I'm talking about here is, hey, I'm willing to pay you this amount. This area is kind of beat up or run down, and maybe it looks like I'm making too much of an offer and my offer too high, and it might not appraise. Well, I'm promising to pay the difference, that gap between what the appraisal is and what my buy price is. So maybe this one's not as common for real estate investors because it'd be pretty rare, I would think, for you to make an offer on something that won't appraise. But we are seeing some success, especially on the home buying side. So maybe if you're flipping your house, to have an appraisal gap clause in your agreement. And the final one here is health and safety. So this is my number 4. Your health and safety on your inspection clause. So obviously you're going to have an inspection deadline, inspection resolution deadline, and inspection clause, all of that, right? Yes. What I'm talking about here is an additional provision. So at the very end of the contract where there's additional provisions, you will write in there that you as the buyer are agreeing to limit your requests of the seller for corrections in the inspection to health and safety only. We're not going to be asking for cosmetic stuff or anything like that. But if there's a health issue or a safety issue, I as the buyer have the right to ask you to repair that or fix that, or I can get out of the agreement. Otherwise, I'm taking the property as is. So yes, a bit more risk. Yes, I understand that. And it's a stronger offer and sellers are looking at that. So there you have 4 ways to help you increase your chances of getting the deal when working with real estate agents, the escalation clause, the limited contingencies, try to limit it to just the one, the appraisal gap, and finally, limit your inspection objections to health and safety only. Hopefully you got something out of the video. Hopefully you're out there making offers. Hopefully you're getting deals, and hopefully you're calling Pine Financial to fund them. We're hard money lenders. We loan 100% of the purchase and repairs. We're working in Minnesota and Colorado. We'd love to chat about your deal. Check us out, pinefinancialgroup.com.